Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into tonight's terrifying story, smash that subscribe button and become part of our fearless horror family. Because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. We're dying to know. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment below and who knows? Your hometown could inspire our next nightmare. So subscribe now and let the haunting begin. This is the story of Skye Riley. A global icon with fame, beauty, and millions of fans chanting her name. To the world, she had it all. But beneath the dazzling stage lights and roaring applause, she carried a secret that was tearing her apart. It all began one fateful night after a sold-out concert in New York City. Backstage, amidst the flowers and gifts from adoring fans, one unusual item stood out. An old photo album handed to her by a pale young woman. Along with it came a chilling message: every smile hides a secret. Curious but uneasy, Skye brought the album home to her penthouse that night. As she flipped through its pages, the photos seemed ordinary at first, smiling families at picnics, couples at weddings. But something about the smiles felt wrong. They were too wide, too sharp, as though they didn't belong on human faces. In some images, the eyes appeared as dark voids, empty and cold. When she closed the album, she caught a fleeting reflection of her own face in the window. She was smiling, but something about it wasn't hers. The nightmares began that night. A shadowy figure with a creepy grin loomed at the edge of her bed, watching silently. Its presence felt suffocating. Each time she woke, its parting words echoed in her mind.
It's your turn now.
At first, Skye dismissed it as stress from her demanding schedule. But soon, strange things began happening. During rehearsals, she saw flashes of those eerie smiles in her crew's faces. Her assistant and best friend, Ellie, tried to reassure her. "You're just tired," Ellie said. But nothing could stop her from feeling like someone was watching her even when she was alone. The breaking point came during a live interview. As the host asked her about her latest single, his face twisted into one of the unnerving smiles from the album. Leaning in, he whispered in a rough voice,
What's your secret?
Skye froze. The audience didn't seem to notice, their applause thunderous and unbroken. Ellie rushed to her side, cutting the broadcast short. Determined to find answers, Skye tracked down the fan who had given her the album. The address led her to a decrepit house on the outskirts of the city. The inside was worse, dusty and dim, with walls plastered with photos of unnaturally smiling faces. The fan, named Eva, it revealed a terrifying secret. The album was cursed. Anyone who looked at it became the target of a creature that fed on their fear. To escape, they had to pass the curse to someone else, through a photograph, a video, or even a fleeting moment of eye contact.
You gave this to me to save yourself.
Skye asked, her voice trembling with anger and disbelief.
I had no choice.
Eva said, her voice breaking.
You won't either.
Skye left, horrified. She couldn't bring herself to pass the curse to someone else. The entity grew stronger with each passing day. Skye's once glamorous life became a waking nightmare. She locked herself away in her penthouse, cutting off contact with Ellie and her team, terrified of passing on the curse. But even isolation wasn't enough. The entity began appearing in her reflection. Its twisted grin stared back at her from every mirror and shiny surface. Desperate, Skye reached out to Joel, a detective who had survived a similar curse years before. Joel explained that the entity thrived on fear and guilt.
It uses your deepest regrets against you. But if you face those secrets head-on, you can weaken it. Just be ready, it will fight back.
Skye's final confrontation came during a sold-out concert. Determined to end the curse, she returned to the stage for one last performance. As she sang, the entity materialized before her, unseen by the thousands of cheering fans. It took the form of her late mother, whose death Skye had secretly blamed herself for. Tears streamed down her face as she sang her heart out, forcing herself to confront the guilt she had buried for years.
I am sorry, Mom.
she whispered through the lyrics. The entity's smile faltered, its grip on her weakening. But just as hope began to rise, the entity whispered in her ear.
Pass me on, or the ones you love will pay the price.
Skye looked out into the sea of faces, realizing the weight of the choice before her. In the end, Skye made her decision. She faced the entity. As the final notes of her song echoed through the stadium, she collapsed on stage, a serene smile on her face. The crowd erupted in applause, believing it was all part of the performance. Backstage, Ellie found the photo album on a table. She picked it up, flipping through its pages. Her lips curled into a faint, unnatural smile. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more haunting tales. How would you handle the curse if you were Skye Riley? Share your thoughts in the comments below.